Tonight, from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And we are underway in Buffalo. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Right back to him on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. On the slant, he's got Davis. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. He was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Jones. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. From just shy of midfield. Allen working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. On 3rd down, Huntley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's McKenzie. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on second down. Allen dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 6.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
On first down, Huntley. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Allen. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox from 10 yards out. And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. That's 2 really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New England's offense set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A give for Stevenson, running right. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On second down, this is Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run it here with Huntley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go again with Huntley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now Allen off the bootleg. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. On play action, Allen. And he'll flip this out to Huntley. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. This defense for the Patriots, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9. Now a handoff up the middle. Huntley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Patriots coming out now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job. They're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jones now on 1st down. And caught by Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead at Stevenson. Down to the 42, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Epinesa. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held down. They had to force the field goal.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. On 2nd down now, Huntley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And now they'll throw with Allen. It's complete to Diggs. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, Huntley. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Up the middle they go. Huntley, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen, he finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To the air, Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
They'll run on first down. Huntley,
and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they go the wrong way here. Knox back to the 20. Now Allen.
Now they'll set up the screen to Huntley.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. This one caught by Davis. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. From the gun, it's Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Then he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. Kareem Hunt, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Bryan Edwards, a touchdown catch in the victory. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front. As we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Allen. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Huntley, and he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 41, Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Steps away. Going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen.
And he'll get this into the hands of Huntley. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown.
Gabriel Davis.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A partner, he has carried them in this ballgame throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. They'll try and run for the 1st with Stevenson.
And this is not going to be enough.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Caught right side, Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now Huntley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. On play action, Allen, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 21. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing, Jones.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Now a handoff. Stevenson.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now Jones.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Harris running straight ahead. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 more on that one and another first down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit, and won his one-on-2 matchup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen going to throw. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Up the middle they go. Huntley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. That's McKenzie. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go to try and go with the quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. On first down, Huntley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing on second and long. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Jones into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try and run for it with Janovich. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The fullback dive held up short. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Huntley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley, a good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now Allen off the bootleg. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On 3rd down, Huntley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 32 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
And you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Penny, a first down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the game.